Hello and welcome you in the course of probability and statistics. Now, in today's lecture, we should extend the concept of two-dimensional random variable which we have to study in discrete case, we have to extend in the continuous case. So we have to cover all the cases which we have to study for discrete. We have to same topic study in the continuous case. So first of all we have to see the definition. So the case where both variable are continuous is obtained easily by analogy with the discrete case on replacing sum by integral. As we have to study in in discrete case the random variable x and y takes the finite or countably finite value, but when we have to talk about the continuous case, so our two-dimensional random variable takes a infinite value. So is ultimately is nothing, just we have to use the same analogy whatever we have to use in the discrete case, but the thing is just we have to replace the sum. In discrete case we have to use the sum of sum running from 1 to n, sum running from say j1 to m, say function f of xy is equal to 1. So now just we have to replace that sum by using the integral. The remaining all the terms and conditions are as it is. So we have to say that the joint probability function, say f of xy for random variable x and y, yeah, it's more commonly simply known as joint density function. F of xy, joint density function of x and y. Now it satisfies these two conditions. The first condition, say the joint density function f of xy, yeah, simply probability function, yeah, is also known as joint probability function, because we have to talk about two variable x and y, that's why is known as joint probability function. Sometimes is also known as, instead of joint we have to say two-dimensional probability function. So all the terms are equivalent. Either we have to say that two-dimensional random variable, yeah, two-dimensional probability function, yeah, say joint probability function, all are same. So definitely the probability must be greater equal to 0. So f of xy greater equal to 0. The second condition is same, just in discrete case these are the summation. Double summation is replaced by double integral. So double integral, the boundary of both the integral, lower limit is negative infinite, upper limit is infinite. Now probability function f of xy dx dy is equal to 1. Say, what are the graphical representation or physical interpretation of two-dimensional continuous random variable? So let's say f of xy say is equal to z represents a surface. So this probability function represents this surface and is called, these are z is also known as probability surface as shown in the figure. The total volume bounded by this surface, and this xy plane is equal to 1, because we have to see this property. The double integral over the probability function must be equal to 1. The probability that x lies between a and b. So these are x-axis. The probability that x lies between a and b, y lies between c and d. So the y-axis, y lies between c and d, is given graphically by this shaded volume. So the probability when x lies between this a and b, that is this one, y lies between c and d, is graphically given this shaded volume, and mathematically is represented by this highlighted red equation, that is probability of x when x is between a to b, the probability of y when y is between c to d is represented as, so in terms of double integer. So x is equal to a to b, y is over c to d. Now probability function f of xy into dx dy. So ultimately we have to find out the probability of two-dimensional random variable. Yeah, in another words, we have to find out volume of this shader region. What are the probability? The events occurring in this particular region. More generally, say if capital A represents any events and some particular region, say R in suffix A, is we have to indicate is a region RA of xy plane that correspond to 8. So corresponding to any events, the region is RA. In such cases, we find that the probability of that event A, that is probability of A, is equal to double integral over the same region RA probability function f of xy into dx dy. So just we have to follow the same definition. The joint distribution function of capital X, capital Y, that is both are random variable, in this case is defined by, say, probability of x less than or equal to x, y less than equal to y. Remember these are joint distribution function. Yeah, simply is written as capital F of xy is equal to, now see here we have to restrict, say capital X less than or equal to x, but when we have to see here, say a to b, but here see the region is going x axis, y axis is unbounded, but according to our definition, say x less than or equal to x, so we have to restrict, say minus infinite to infinite, but infinite is replaced by x. Similarly y, that is corresponding, we have to assign a variable v minus infinite to infinite, but again we have to restrict here, instead of infinite the upper limit is y into f of uv du and dv. So here is the equation star. So next we have to talk about the density function. So the density function is represented by this small f of xy and is obtained by differentiating the distribution function. Distribution function, so these are distribution function. Distribution function either represented by this manner, probability of x less than or equal to x, y less than or equal to y, yeah, simply f of xy. So is distribution function, yeah, joint distribution function. So the density function, remember density function is represented by small f of xy, whereas distribution function is represented by capital F of xy. Capital F of xy. So this density function is obtained by differentiating the distribution function with respect to x and y. So we have to get del square f upon del x del y is equal to f of xy. As we have to see in one dimensional case, the density function, in one dimension case there are only one variable, so these are transformed to f of x, and now again in one variable, so there are just only del f by del x, but when we have to talk about only one dimensional, so there is no need to partial derivative, so del f by del x is simply replaced by df by df by dx. So in one dimension, as we have to see that df by dx is equal to fx is known as relation between density function and distribution function. So we have to apply the same analogy here to extend the relation between density and distribution function in two-dimensional case. So now next we have to use this equation star. From equation star we have to obtain the marginal distribution function. Yeah, it's simply known as only distribution function. So in discrete case we have to obtain marginal distribution function from the margin of the distribution table. We have to consider the last column and last row to obtain the marginal distribution function. But in discrete case, see how we can obtain, say we have to use the equation star. Now marginal function, that is probability of x less than or equal to x, yeah, is simply written as say f1 x. Now the equation star, that is this one, say probability of x less than or equal to x, y less than or equal to y is equal to u is minus infinite to x, v is minus infinite to y, the function du into dv. But here we know that the restriction is only on x. So we have to write down u is minus infinite to x. So u is minus infinite to x, we have to write down as it is. But there is no restriction on y. So v is minus infinite to y, because in distribution function there are restrictions on y also. But in marginal distribution function of x, there is only restriction on x. So this limit v minus infinite to y is extend v minus infinite to infinite. The function f of uv du dv is as it is. So just we have to say that the marginal distribution function, yeah, distribution function of x is obtained from distribution function by removing the restriction on y. Similarly, the marginal distribution function of y, that is probability of y less than or equal to y, is f to y. So there is only restriction on y. So we have to remove the restriction on this limit of x. So u minus infinite to x is replaced by u minus infinite to infinite, and the restriction of on y, that is v minus infinite to y, is as it is, half of uv into du dv. So these are the marginal distribution, yeah, simply distribution function. Now last we have to talk about the marginal density function, or simply we have to say that density function. So the derivative of marginal distribution function. So see here, these are marginal distribution function. The first one is marginal distribution function of x, the second one is marginal distribution function of y. So the derivative of marginal distribution function with respect to x and y are also called marginal density function, or simply density function, and is given by this equation. So first we have to talk about this equation, so marginal density function of x. And now these are obtained just by find out the derivative of marginal distribution function. Say, see this equation, these are marginal distribution function of x, and to obtain the marginal density function we have to find out derivative of this equation with respect to x, and is represented by f1x, where f1x is known as simply density function of x. Now we have to find out derivative of x with respect to this equation. So this first term, first integral sign represent u is minus infinite to x, and these are corresponding to x. So ultimately we have to say that these are integration with respect to x, and we have to find out derivative with respect to x. So these are cancel out. So we have to get v is minus infinite to infinite f of uv, but we have to find out derivative with respect to x. So f of xv, because when we have to integrate with respect to x, we have to substitute upper lower limit, so u is replaced by x. Now we have to already find out derivative, so this du is also cancel out, so just simply dv. And this equation, that is marginal density function of y, is obtained by find out the derivative of marginal distribution function with respect to y. When we have to find out differentiation of f to y, so it's simply written as small f to y. Differentiation with respect to y, so this second integral is vanishing. So first integral is as it is, say u minus infinite to infinite f of uy, because we have to find out derivative with respect to y, so v is cancel out. And now we have to integrate with respect to y, so corresponding dv is cancel out, so just only du. So this two equation is known as marginal density function. Let's see one example. So the joint density function f of xy of two continuous random variable x and y is represented by this equation. So when x is between 0 to 4, y is between 1 to 5, the density function takes the value cxy, where c is unknown which we have to be determined. And now rest of this interval, the density function takes the value 0. We are interested to find out first of all the value of this constant c. Second, we have to interested find out probability of random variable x and y when x is between 1 to 2, y is between 2 to 3. And lastly, we have to find out probability when x is greater equal to 3, y is less than equal to 2. So let's start with the first option. So solution A, we must have total probability equal to 1, because these are nothing but is just a condition or definition of two-dimensional random variable in the continuous case. So we have to write down double integral over f of xy dx dy must be 1. Now next we have to use the fact which are given in the definition, and we have to modify this integral to evaluate the value of c. So actually the integral is overall minus infinite to infinite, so we have to consider whole real x-axis, that is on negative x-axis, positive x-axis, and negative y-axis, positive y-axis. But according to the boundary given in the question, we have to replace. So x is 0 to 4, because just x is non-x, this density function takes the non-zero value in this interval 0 to 4. So x is 0 to 4, and now y takes the value non-zero value in the interval 1 to 5. So boundary of y is 1 to 5. F of xy is cxy dx into dy. We cannot talk about the rest of this interval because the value of density function is 0, so there is no need to calculate. Now c is constant, so we have to take outside. Now x is 0 to 4, y is 1 to 5, xy, dy and dx. So right now we have to use the simple concept of calculus, which we have to study in double integral. So c is as it is. Now the outer limit is as it is. So x is 0 to 4 and the dx is as it is. We have to just integrate with respect to y. So x is as it is, and now integration of y is y square by 2. Lower limit is 1, upper limit is 5. So by plugging this upper limit, we have to get 25x, minus by plugging lower limit is 1, so 1 square is 1, so it's just only x by 2. Now again the constant is as it is, x 0 to 4, and now just simplifying this, we have to get 24x by 2, that is 12x dx. So these are just one single integration with respect to x. So c is as it is, 12 constant, so is outside, integration of x square by 2, 12 by 2, that is 6. Substitute lower limit 0, upper limit 4. Now by plugging the upper limit lower limit, we have to get 96c. But we know that the value of this double integral must be 1. So ultimately we have to say that 96c is 1. That is, its leads to c is 1 by 96. So we have to find out the value of this constant c. Next we are interested to find out probability of x and y when x lies between 1 and 2, y lies between 2 and 3. So second option, the probability of x when x is between 1 to 2, y is between 2 to 3, that is x 1 to 2, y 2 to 3. Now these are f of xy, but our f of xy is nothing but cxy, and we have to obtain the value of c is 1 by 96. So fxy becomes xy by 96 dx dy. So 1 by 96 is constant, so is outside. Now outer integral x 1 to 2, the inner limit is y 2 to 3, integrand is xy dy dx. Here we have to first integrate with respect to y, and remember the integrand is same, so we have to apply the same concept. So integration of y square by 2, the boundary is 2 to 3. By plugging the upper limit minus lower limit, you have to get 5x by 2. So these are just single integration, and by solving this single integration you have to get 5 upon 128. And the lastly, the third option, we are interested to find out probability of x greater equal to 3 y less than equal to 2. Now see here, probability of x greater equal to 3. X greater equal to 3, but density function takes non-zero value on interval 0 to 4, and third option takes about x greater equal to 3, so it just include integral over 3 to 4. So here we have to write down x greater equal to 3, that is x only 3 to 4. We cannot go upper limit is infinite because density function is non-zero only up to 4. Similarly, when y less than or equal to 2, but y is defined only in 1 to 5. So y less than or equal to 2, so the boundary of y is just 1 to 2. So y is 1 to 2, integrand is xy by 96 dx into dy. And again, these are nothing but these are just simply double integral. So we have to apply the concept of calculus which we have to apply in double integration. So by solving this double integral, we have to get the probability when x is greater or equal to 3, y less than or equal to 2 is 7 upon 128. So thank you so much for paying your attention.